Hi, my name is Christine. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and a great-grandmother. I've just given you a clue to how old I am, but I'll reveal that later. What I'm here for today is to share with you my story, which hasn't been a long one, of my walk with arthritis, the dreaded rheumatoid arthritis that strikes, not much warning, a little bit of warning, and to let you know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The first thing I thought about when this dreadful pain hit me is why me? At my age, I'm dealing with a lot of other issues. To have rheumatoid arthritis slapped right into my lap. But I thought to myself, there's got to be an answer. There's got to be some way to control this dreadful pain. And that's where my journey begins, in my search for answers. It wasn't easy because I was so fatigued, I could hardly get myself out of bed. To get out of bed was a great effort. My daughter set up a nanny cam in my bedroom so that she could see when I was stirring and when it was time for me to get up. She would come into the room, help me to sit up, make sure I sat there for a little while to try and cope with the pain that I had. Then she would begin to dress me, and each effort was so painful that I would call out in pain. I'd managed to get to my walker, which I'd never used before, but by gee whiz, I certainly got my daughter to run out and buy one, because without that walker, I would never have got to the toilet. I would never have been able to do very much at all. There was no way I could prepare a meal. Pain was too devastating. In fact, I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to eat. My daughter would prepare my meals. She would make sure I was comfortable. I couldn't even lift a cup without using two hands and feeling the immense pain. I was annoyed with the rheumatoid arthritis. I didn't get annoyed with myself. I didn't get annoyed with anybody else. I was annoyed that this terrible disease had hit me like this. So let me tell you how this journey began. My philosophy of life was take each day as you see it, and if something's sent to try you, do your best to overcome it. And I think that helps. You don't let anything beat you. But I'm human, and the pain was in the feet. It felt like I was walking on glass. It hit my knees. It hit my ankles. It hit my back. It hit my shoulders. Hit my hands. Hit my fingers. It was just all over the body, as if you'd been broken. And then the dreadful fatigue. All I wanted to do was sleep. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to do any of the things I was interested in. I managed to turn the TV on and just let it run and went to sleep with it. It was not a good time in my life, but I always think, this has been sent to try you. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to fight it? All my life, I've been a person who's been into natural health. My husband was a chiropractor, an osteopath, and we lived a life of good eating, good living. We lived on a farm with no power, no running water, and 3 children. So if that's not a challenge, I don't know what is. But I made my own bread, I made my own yogurt, I grew my own herbs, and I loved every minute of it. Unfortunately, I lost my husband about 8 years ago, and I'd known him since the age of 16. And we were married when I was 20. And then I spent the rest of my life with him until he passed away, I think I said about 8 years ago. So I had to struggle with trying to find the answers to myself, because he was always a seeker, always loved helping people, always wanted to ease everybody's pain. He was a real carer and had a very good name as the gentle chiropractor. And just like my husband supported others, I'm learning to support myself and to share this with anybody who's interested in listening through this journey. In the next video, I'll begin with my medical appointments and how that path led me to natural therapies. I look forward to sharing more of this with you. So until then, take care until we next meet. Bye.